And Kelly, winter and spring really duking it out over the eastern half of the country today. Looking at blizzard conditions to the north, tornadoes in the south. Oh, what a mess, and a mess also for retailers and farmers, hitting them hard. Let's talk weather in your wallet with our business weather analyst, Paul Walsh. Good morning to you, Paul. Good to see you there from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. So what does this mean? This crazy, for lack of a better word there, kind of weather we've been seeing lately.
Crazy is a great word for it. And another way to describe it would be classic spring weather with a combination of both fire and ice with a little bit of brimstone thrown in as well. And what that does is it leads to volatility in the economy. You mentioned agriculture. Of course, the fires in Oklahoma is going to have an impact on ranchers in those areas, as well as farmers getting into the field to work and also putting at risk livestock. The snow and the ice that we're seeing up in the upper plains is going to have an impact, obviously, the people that live there, but also farmers. It's getting to the point where farmers are going to want to start doing field work and get the crops out, but that's not going to happen. So they're going to delay sort of getting the corn crops going, for example. And then from a retail perspective, everybody in the northern part of the country now has continued to be frozen in place. And Chris, it's been a couple of weeks since Easter, and for a lot of us, except for a couple of days, the last 2 days, spring really hasn't happened yet.
So what does it mean if for some areas we basically go from winter, from shoveling snow, to lathering on the sunscreen right to summer?
Yeah, you know, what happens is that you have this pent-up demand, and I experienced it myself here in the Philadelphia area where the last 2 days. Yesterday, Chris, was literally 85 degrees. And it just felt fantastic. So there was a pent-up demand, sort of a cabin fever outbreak in this area, which would have been very, very good for consumers. But as we move into today and into the balance of this week, it all turns off. Where, I mean, literally today, for me right now, it's 45 degrees colder than it was just 12 hours ago. And that basically turns off the sort of the animal spirits that get people out spending money, which then has an impact on the economy.
All right, business and weather analyst Paul Walsh, thank you so much. Always great to talk with you. Now let's go to Kelly.